Couch is to be born.
we meet with Dennis, it's like PBS all
Sorry.
over again.
I was a poetry major. What do you want from me?
Your hat's tight, isn't it?
All right. And
Okay.
we are rolling silence on the set.
Hey everybody, it's me, Jason Drew, here on AP Red, once again at the Sky Room in New York City. Why? Because there's many reasons. A, we have to catch up with my dear friend Denis O'Hare because of numerous things. The last time we caught up with you, my friend,
I was wearing shorts.
you were wearing shorts and I was wearing zero patience.
Yes, well, he got trapped in Fort Greene in my neighborhood, which would have been fine had you not been trapped in a parking lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, the most expensive AP Red interview ever produced, Denis O'Hare, because my car broke down.
And got towed.
Yeah, and towed twice.
But I came visit him on my bicycle.
I know.
I came down and saw you guys for a half an hour.
He
and
came
then-
down and hung out, literally, on your Huffy,
Yeah.
Fort Greene,
And then I
and
left.
you felt bad.
And then you stayed, and you stayed, and you stayed.
For 7 hours.
I kept telling you it was the wrong area of Fort Greene to be in.
So we're in Manhattan right now with Dennis. Catching up. That's the name of
Sky.
the segment. Catching up with
Yeah.
Denis O'Hare.
Sky Lounge?
Sky Room.
Sky Room. Sky Room Lounge?
Mm-hmm. It's right on 40th in New York City.
It's beautiful, actually.
It really is. Anyway, you've got a lot going on.
Yes, sir. What is that?
What do you mean?
What's going on?
Yeah, that's why we're sitting here in the
Oh,
chair.
right,
What's going on with you?
I'm doing Elling. No, scratch that. Sorry, not doing Elling. I was doing Elling, and I'm taking a little break right now from Elling. I just, I needed to sort of shake it out a little bit, get some freshness back in the performance. We've been running for a week, so.
And it's yourself. It's Brendan Fraser and Jennifer Coolidge.
And Jennifer Coolidge and Jeremy Shamus and Richard Easton. Fantastic.
And comedy.
Comedy.
Genius.
Comedy, not only comedy, it's very moving as well. It was, sorry, because we're now taking a break for a while.
And may I quote from Charles Isherwood from the New York Times. No. Watch Dennis's cheeks just glow with red.
I never read these reviews.
Mr. O'Hare,
Ever.
the gifted comic actor who won a Tony Award for his exuberant performance in Take Me Out, which, by the way, I did see and enjoyed very much, is well cast as the finicky, hypersensitive Elling. And it goes on and on and on.
Dear
All the
me.
reviews are just...
Dear me.
What are you saying?
Well, and again, what I say is that we were tired and we had to shut down for a while. I'm sure it'll come back. I'm sure it's not over. I'm sure there's some place that needs to see us. Maybe Norway.
Norway would be beautiful. There's not enough good quality Broadway performers.
Well, Ellen came from Norway and it came to Broadway. Maybe it'll come full circle now. But I'm doing another stint on The Good Wife. My Judge Abernathy's coming back. My liberal judge who I love. And I've got a movie coming up called The Eagle with Channing Tatum and Jamie Bell and Donald Sutherland. It comes out February 11th. I play a Roman soldier.
Interesting.
180 AD.
How do you? You go from the character from Elling. You go from your character Russell. You go into the. You do have a hat on. So
Hats.
Is it a hat?
Hats and teeth. I'm a hair and shoe actor, basically. Give me the right shoes and the right hair, and I'm good to go. Add some teeth, and man, I can do anything. An accent here, a tunic there, a sword. You know what I mean? It's very versatile.
Have you ever had a role where all of that has been incorporated into the character?
I've had a role where I couldn't find a character despite everything I was wearing. I was doing Caucasian Shock Circle in Chicago, and I had 11 characters, for which I only had 7 characters for 11 characters. There were 4 I just never had anything for. I remember one guy had a red wig and golf shoes and Argyle socks, but that was it. There was no character. I walk out and I just go, 7 of the characters were great, but the other 4 I just couldn't find anything for. I just gave up.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay, so what's life like in the theater of Elling? You've got Jennifer, who is...
Oh,
who
hi.
is-
Speaking of which,
who is here.
what are you doing here? How lovely.
Okay.
I didn't realize there don't have any heat going on up here until our performance tonight.
Yeah, the performance tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jennifer, hi. I'm
Hey.
Jason.
Hi, Jason.
Welcome to AP Red.
Hi, how are you?
Hey.
And
Do you have late night? What's the...
Oh, no, I felt like being like Jared Leto or something, No,
It's nice.
You're
It's a
prettier,
good
though.
look. And more talented.
Well, I'm so excited you crashed and came on with us. How are you?
Hi. No, we are doing. Actually, I came early to get some makeup put on, but we're doing a shorter version of Elling here at the Sky Lounge.
Yeah. Even though they've closed Elling, we've decided to keep it alive, and we're just going to continue to do it in various places. I did a beautiful performance, by the way, at the DeKalb stop in Brooklyn off the Q line. I had 15 people at one point for Act 1. It went down to about 2 at one point, but then the express train came,
No, and then next Sunday, all of us, Brendan, myself, and Dennis, we've all been hired by this very rich Arab family to perform in a booth at Spice Market.
Yeah.
That's going to be incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Although we're negotiating right now because they want her in a full burqa. We keep saying that the scenes are going to lose comic punch when you can't see her pregnant belly. So we're trying to work that out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll all get out.
And you heard about the Vancouver gig, right?
No.
We're going to actually be getting on a boat. It's a luxury liner for 24. It's a small luxury liner. And that will go from Miami and then stop off at Galveston for a little bit and then go over to, I think, Baja, California. And then we're going to go up the coast. I think we play in Orange County, of course, where, plays like this are very popular. And then we'll work our way up to Vancouver. And then we'll ultimately give a Vancouver Island performance of Elling, which will be really great.
No, they haven't even talked about that. I think the one I'm most looking forward to is we're actually performing on a pet airline, and the only, of course, there's an actual human being that's the pilot, but
I would hope.
but all the people, actually there won't be any people. We'll just be performing.
Is it mixed pets or is it like
It's-
only?
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Before I and the three of us urinate all over the lovely Sky Room in New York City, Jennifer Coolidge, Denis O'Hare, the stars of Elling on Broadway with Brendan
Thank you.
Fraser. What happened? Is that the right way to say it? Like, what happened? Was it something bad? What the show is, sadly one of the shows that has recently closed on Broadway, and it
Well,
is not going
what
to
happened
a
is-
cruise ship.
What happened is the Republicans won the last election, and their hatred of all things cultural is dripping down into the wider culture, and their disdain for anything that's intelligent is dripping down to the wider culture. So what you're going to get is the dumbed down Broadway season. Welcome.
Well, I wanted to know what happened. We got our answer, I guess.
No, you know what, I don't know about, I know you have some other things going on, but the day that Elling did close, I got hired to do the Broadway version of Harry and the Hendersons.
Really?
Who are you going to play?
Go ahead, you started it.
No, well, I didn't, in the movie, Harry didn't have sort of a Chewbacca wife. It was just really about Harry, but they're coming up with a female.
Do you have a song?
I told them I can't sing, but I guess they're going to have me lip sync or something.
That works.
That's great.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
growl though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But you know what? They, in order to get the part, there was only one thing I had to do. They offered me the part, and they just had to weigh me. And I passed.
And you passed.
They do that in Abu Dhabi too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the more you weigh, the more valuable you are. Wife by the pound, they call it.
Oh.
So, in some cultures, it's not a bad thing.
No, I think it was between Kirsty and myself.
Allie? Kirstie Alley?
I don't know. Just they said Kirsty. I don't know. I was
Yeah,
trying to
could have
figure
been
out.
anybody.
Oh,
Could have been anybody.
Yeah.
Wait, you had a story about our closing, didn't you?
Oh well, you know what? I have to say this is really is a true story. I have the most handsome driver on Elling. He's this guy. He's just incredibly striking young guy. But he just drives us to the show, and after he doesn't really know about Broadway and how it works and everything. So I get in the car. After
Unlike us, we know exactly how it
Because
works.
we so know
'Cause
what's
we-
going on.
we-
But he's not, I don't know if he's really been to shows or anything. But he said to me, on closing night, I get in the car, and he says, "How did it go?" And I said, it was so beautiful. I said, the show was great, and I said, at the very end of the show, we all take our bows, and then Dennis O'Hare stops everybody from leaving the theater, and he says to the audience, all of you, I just want to say this one thing. I know this is sort of unorthodox to just stop, everyone in their tracks right now. But he goes, but then I feel like the whole way this whole thing went down was unorthodox. And he goes, I just want to say that you all should know this is Brendan Fraser's Broadway debut. And we only did like 28 performances, and I just think Brendan did a great job, and I would like you all to know that it's his birthday today, and I would like the entire audience to join me in singing happy birthday to Brendan. It was this beautiful speech that Dennis gave, and everyone sang happy birthday to Brendan, and it was just very teary and beautiful. And my driver was silent for a minute, and he goes, did he do that at the intermission or did he do that at the end of the show? And I it was so cute. We could have all stepped out of Norway for a second.
You go, I know we have one more act. But
Saying happy birthday to Brendan, but then gone back into our characters. I don't know, there was something so cute, so charming about that.
We all have different sorts of talents.
Yeah, that was very cute. And the thing is, that's all a true story. I mean, Dennis gave that beautiful speech, and it really was Brendan's birthday. And
it was, yeah. I just, my point was, you can spend a lot of energy being negative and bitter and worrying about why something happened. The truth of the matter is, it happened. We're not going to change that. And so let's leave the experience in the best possible way. Yeah. And let's leave this room, in the best possible way. And what better way than to sing? And it was just great for us that Brendan's birthday happened to be then, so we could all sing the song together. And I just thought it'd be a nice way to walk out of that room. Yeah. And in a selfish way, I felt better, and I hope that Brendan felt better, and everybody else felt better. But
and you know what? It's a nice way to welcome him.
That's
not the last time he's ever going to be on the boards on Broadway.
And I meant it. People don't understand, if you're not in theater, not an actor, of the incredible amount of work it takes to get a show open.
Unbelievable.
And then the kind of reward you get is to run the show. Mm-hmm. And we have just gotten the taste of how wonderful that was going to be. We are all, she's a comic genius, and so there's these little things that started happening in scenes. We could see how it was going to blossom over the run. And the audiences were loving it. And so for Brendan not to get more of that is kind of a tragedy. And so I just wanted to acknowledge in front of all these people that, the guy took a great risk and did a fantastic job, and it was kind of nice just to have that moment.
I feel absolutely pathetically horrid that I didn't invite Brendan to join us on this. So please, thanks. Let's invite him. Brendan, you're welcome anytime. Come on board.
And he's, I have to say, he was truly hilarious.
Yeah.
And very rarely is someone that handsome and hilarious. Like he's got it. He's got it all going on. He's got all the physical stuff, and
handsome and talented and hilarious,
and
right?
He's got all the, and he's incredibly. He's got a very has incredible sex appeal. Don't you think?
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
You weren't playing a sexy.
No. I think I absolutely
Don't you think
agree with you.
he just has a lot? He's really unusual, actually.
He got a MASH note from somebody at a curtain call one night. You see that?
Oh yes, you should tell that story.
In like a Sucrets box.
What?
Oh yeah, I saw the girl give it to him.
Yeah.
Like he had a note like call me later.
Not flowers, but little tin boxes,
Yeah.
with minces, Sucrets in it, and then a note.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, sweet. Oh my God!" It was like salacious. I think. It was like,
I like the gay man in the audience that was on there, like a Friday night, that when Brendan switched underwear with Dennis, and then Brendan's line is, "How do I look?" This gay man couldn't contain himself, and he goes, "What it was awesome!"
And the audience went up for grabs. We lost the audience for a good 3 or 4 minutes.
I mean, the guy just was so thrilled that his $125 ticket not only got him a great seat, but he got to see all of Brendan's
assets.
Assets. And he was thrilled beyond belief at what he saw. He was just, and it was so funny because I said to Jeremy didn't miss the whole moment. I said to Jeremy, "Isn't that cute?" And Jeremy goes, "Now I want to see Brendan's thing."
Well, hello.
Well, he was on a different floor. He should just come on down sometime. Don't be shy.
You guys, when you're going through the rehearsal process and everything's flowing and you've got your opening set and previews are underway and everything else, the show is rolling, it's going, it's strong. Do you guys get any clues like, or are you like the rest of us that open up the paper and go, or turn to apred.com and go, wait, it's closing? How do you guys find it? Like, what's the behind the scenes deal?
It's funny. I think the answer is you don't get any clues. You never know in this business. I try to keep myself divorced from the practical aspect of the business because I can't do anything about it. And so you look out at the audience every night and you think, oh, why is the balcony empty? Well, it's not my job to fill up the house. My job is to do the play and perform as well as I possibly can. And you keep waiting for the audience to get bigger and fill up. And it did get bigger as we got to opening.
It did.
We got more and more people. So I was like, oh, great, this is happening the way it's supposed to happen.
I think my tip-off that maybe the show wasn't going to continue was when Adam came to me, who sort of runs the
Company manager.
the company manager, very good at stuff. But he said to me, "Do we owe you any money for anything?" And I felt like I've never had anyone ask me that.
Because get it before the bank accounts close. Get it before we are, actually locked out of the building and they start liquidating things like your dressing room and the couch that we bought you.
Yeah.
And your personal belongings that are now on eBay from your
Yes.
dressing room.
I had that lovely tip off from my agent, who's an amazing agent, an amazing guy, incredibly discreet. And so I got that Monday morning phone call after we opened. He goes, how are you? And I went, I'm fine. Did you read any reviews? And I went, no, I never read them. He went, you're fine. Your producers are worried.
Oh.
I said, what does that mean? He goes, it means that they're worried. I said, oh. Because they're anxious. I thought, oh. So that was my only first tip off, and that was that Monday after we opened. And you're on such a high for opening. You're like, yeah. And the next day to kind of go, what? I mean, this job was supposed to last till March 20th.
Well, the thing that makes me angry about that, though, is when I just hear that, is sort of the anger, like, sort of, I get angry when I think of it, like the Times could close us. Do you think that the Times could close us when someone is literally, most of the reviewers comparing us to the movie, which is a very weird thing when only, I think the movie grossed $400,000 in the United States.
Over 11 years.
Over 11 years.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's so weird that would be, I don't know, I sort of heard through the grapevine like the Times is what did this, even though there were great reviews in other papers in New Yorker and
Time
USA
Out.
Today,
Time
I think,
Out, New York Magazine, all
Yeah.
that. I was told that the Times is what needed to be great. And then you think of 80 people are out of jobs because of what some guy did compared us to a movie. And I just, I find that really, hard to take. And it's sort of like, I don't know, I guess it's all, I guess.
Well, on
you
the,
just have to
on the
accept
other
it.
hand, to get back to how evil Republicans actually are, my favorite topic, even if we had gotten a rave in the Times, I'm not sure we would have made it beyond January 2nd when things like A Life in the Theater are closing
Right.
early and Scottsboro Boys closing early. And it's that
Right.
weird thing where I really do think that people on Broadway come to pay $125 and they want to see Spider-Man. They want to see spectacle, and they want to be dazzled by something not necessarily mindless, but something that is easier to digest. Material that is challenging maybe belongs off Broadway. I hate to say
Are
it.
you saying that if you and Brendan had just been on bungee cords,
with
Then-
a turntable
Yeah.
and with I don't know, a chorus,
An
I think-
iPod.
an iPod,
Yeah.
yeah. I think maybe
what if
we're looking at next year. We're
what if
looking
an
at
alien
George.
had come out of my stomach like halfway through?
I think that'd be a great effect. That'd be a fantastic effect.
Or just a
Yeah.
small kid
Yeah.
could have climbed out.
Yeah, yeah. I think it would have been a nice effect.
If you would like to
That
hire
is so
Jennifer,
sad.
Dennis, and Brendan to come to your house to perform a riveting production of Elling,
The rate is pretty good too.
It is,
I
yeah.
was told that it isn't just. I was told that we have a gig on the Upper East Side.
Yeah.
Later this week. So,
Well,
it's
apparently,
not just
but we're
rich
we're,
Arab families.
No, we're
that are
it's
getting us.
also rich Jewish families to
Yeah.
be
Yes,
completely equal.
That's what I mean.
And we're between, I think, the dessert and the main course. So main course ends, and then we get in and we do our thing, and then while they're sort of nodding off a little bit, then they get
Yeah.
their dessert and they get their coffee, And
we
then,
have a bar
yeah.
mitzvah on.
It's crazy.
We have a bar mitzvah on the
Well,
23rd.
they only wanted 2 out of 3. They didn't want all 3 of us. Yeah.
You can go to
so-
DenisO'Hare.com and book
Wow.
Dennis. JenniferCoolidge.com.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I guess I could just do Raiden monologues. Like
That'd be which ones are those? Those are the.
I didn't really have any, but I could put all my stuff
Ah,
together.
right. That'd
All
be
my lines
nice.
together would
What
be
would
a
that sound like?
monologue.
Can you give us a taste of that? I think it'd be a. I think it's like.
Here we go.
Yes, Jill Bjorn.
Yeah, what would that be?
Start when you wake up. So, Elling.
Yeah, he knows my lines better than I do. That's so sad.
That's Brendan's
You're so much
lines.
smarter than I am, Dennis.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm not.
I know.
Wait, this is Brendan's lines. Remember, he wakes up. You wait before you wake up. Elling.
Yeah. And then I go, where am I? No, I have to skip all his lines. See,
Yeah,
you'll
exactly.
have to do it. You'll have to do it.
No, just do it.
With a Raiden wig.
I think it'd be great. Just skip all his lines.
I think the Harry and the Hendersons gig is way more promising.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Than this. I mean, I'm going to do this just because we're getting paid for all of these Ellen gigs, but
And I understand you may go into Lacage as well.
well, I think Harry and the Hendersons is a way better chance because all of the
You're female for one, so.
I'm a female Chewbacca, but not only that, but it's all the whole show takes place in the water, and we're swimming around, and there's like all sorts of special effects in the water, and there's like a dragon that eats us, and it's gonna be good.
I enjoy that.
Now, are you going to stay in New York or go to LA? Back
Yeah.
to LA?
What are you up to next?
No, I was.
Other than Harry and the Hendersons.
I do have a possible prostitution gig in Dubai,
High five.
and
Yeah.
And it's warmer there.
it's at the fake ski slope.
Yeah,
I mean, you know,
yeah.
it's like a, I don't know, to work at the top
It's
of
called.
the
It's
fake
called.
mound.
It's called Ski Lounge.
Mm.
Yeah.
The top of the lounge.
Ski room. It's the ski
All right,
room.
Dennis. I was going to do this with you, but I'm going to do it with both of you. Both of you, real fast, quick answers, just fun. Favorite band?
B-52s.
Okay.
Radiohead.
Favorite TV show?
Favorite TV show. Current or all time?
All time.
Oi. I guess.
That must have been on cable.
No, the Carol Burnett show. I mean, I was a kid, but
Mhm.
I love the Carol Burnett show.
What'd you say yours is?
Crap.
Crap and oi.
Wait.
My favorite Martian.
I mean, I'm really into Mad Men, but
Mm. Enjoyable.
but I don't know of all time.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I don't know. Don't know at this
I
point.
love Lucy.
My favorite movie is My Dinner with Andre, but
And you had a lunchbox too, don't you?
I have that lunchbox.
Facebook and Twitter?
I don't do it. Do you?
I do it badly. I mean, Facebook, I change my picture once every 7 months. And then I update my status when I'm out at the Republicans, which is a lot.
Yes.
So-
and thank you, by the way, for ruining my Monday with your status update.
I know. And Twitter, I put out things occasionally.
Mm-hmm. And what would be the quirkiest quality that you have? Oh, even better question. What would be the quirkiest quality that Dennis has?
He has to have like an egg salad sandwich before he goes on. Or
That could be
performance.
dangerous.
That's so weird. He like takes out a wax paper and he sort of folds the paper in a certain way. I mean, he kind of was Elling.
And Jennifer has a 5-wig minimum in every contract. She does. It can be very expensive to hire her.
All at
it's
once.
like, but Jennifer, this is a cancer movie. I don't care. 5-wig minimum.
You know, I did a cancer movie, and I was like the only girl that didn't look like I had cancer. Because I didn't want to look like I had.
You were in
You
recovery.
wear wigs.
I was the only girl in the movie that wasn't emaciated and bald. I like,
The 5-wig contract.
Right?
you know what I mean? I was just like, I mean, I couldn't look less like a cancer person because, you know what I mean? I was
You were in.
eating crumpets at night.
You were doing well, and you were in remission. You're a sign of
my
hope.
character
Remission,
died.
that was the
My
word.
character died.
Oh.
But everyone else really looked like they had cancer and they were dying. And I was like making sure that they added extra hair to my. I mean, it was just so.
It made it a
unprofessional.
surprise. which I think is more powerful, finally,
Yeah,
when you don't see it coming.
that's right.
Well, speaking of surprises, thank you for
Does
stopping
this mean
by.
surprise mean it's the end?
Well, we can keep going, but I'd like to go home, eat, drink, be merry. But thanks, Dennis.
My pleasure.
True Blood, Jennifer.
Thanks.
Please move to New York and do everything here.
All right.
You're a trip.
What do you got?
I got nothing. The benefits are worse. The pay is dreadful.
We have the Sky Room.
Hmm. We're actually
We got that. Yeah.
come visit AP Red at the Sky Room in New York City.
We're here, always, right here.
No, thank you guys so much. So, Elling, yeah, it is closed officially on Broadway. If you were able to catch one of the 9 performances or the previews, you saw magic. And again, Jennifer, you're an LA-based lady, so thank you for sticking around
Thank
in town.
you.
And Dennis, you're just so sweet to always welcome us.
I'm Brooklyn-based.
Hmm. So come to New York, come see some great performers, great shows, and you never know who you're going to run into at the Sky Room.
It's true.
I mean, really. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thanks for watching AP Red, guys. See you next time. It's Jason Drew.